What if the name Blue on every Beyoncé merch hoodie isn't just a cute color cue, but a breadcrumb leading back to a voice the industry buried? Long before Blue Ivy Carter's baby photo lit up the Grammys, an R&B powerhouse called Blu Cantrell set charts on fire, only to vanish without a trace. Tonight we follow disappearing tour budgets, hush-hush NDA clauses, and one midnight sprint through Santa Monica to ask the question lawyers hate most. Did silencing one Blue help build a billion-dollar empire for another? Stick around because the final puzzle piece, a notebook no one expected to surface, drops in our last minute. Blu Cantrell's career blasted off like a rocket in 2001. Hit 'em up style Oops wasn't just catchy, it was surgical revenge wrapped in a sugar-sweet hook. 2 weeks after release, her debut album turned gold. By month's end, radio programmers nicknamed her the queen who burned every cheating wallet in America. Yet somewhere between the platinum plaques being ordered and the tour buses being painted, the money faucet twisted shut. Promotional budgets shrank. Label executives stopped returning calls. Jingle-bell season of 2003 arrived with no holiday single, no late-night show bookings, and a quiet memo. No second U.S. leg. Cost overruns. Fans chalked it up to label mismanagement. Insiders whispered about a more personal pressure point. One wearing a Yankees cap and calling himself Hove. Because success in music is loud, but whispers control the volume knob. Industry events are oceans of small talk, yet one spark can turn the whole ballroom into gossip fuel. Blue and Jay-Z shared more than VIP couches, matching inside jokes, late-night studio stops, and a telltale vacation photo from Turks and Caicos, where they stood just close enough to break tabloid resistance. When Wendy Williams asked Blue on live radio if she'd ever kissed Jay, the singer's giggle and deflect answer did more damage than a confession. Blogs erupted. Secret romance? Surprise collab? But the hottest rumor carried darker heat. A pregnancy. No PR team wanted on record. Friends allegedly saw Blue shopping for prenatal reads. Others claimed she vanished from a Caribbean writing retreat, looking exhausted but glowing. No birth certificate ever surfaced, yet the whispers refused to die. And right then, a 20-year-old powerhouse from Houston strode onto the same chessboard, willing to play the long game to win it all. The timeline is brutally tidy. The very quarter Beyoncé launched her solo career, Blue's radio slots halved, then halved again. Her sophomore album Bittersweet arrived to near-zero marketing, tour sponsorships evaporated, cameo offers dried up like desert air. Jaguar Wright, a soul singer turned industry whistleblower, later called it strategic erasure, alleging Jay-Z leveraged new Def Jam authority to freeze support for any woman who jeopardized his next mega brand. Blue's reaction? She called out Beyoncé directly in print, accusing the younger star of copy-paste fashion and recycled visuals. Then, as if choreographed, her Arista contract lapsed without renewal. Weeks later, she discovered the lawyer helping to renegotiate her masters also billed the label. Conflict of interest or surgical takedown? Either way, Blue's microphone went mute while Beyoncé's went stadium loud. But whistleblowers don't stay quiet forever. In 2024, Wright repeated her claims on Piers Morgan Uncensored, and Morgan issued a rare on-air apology after legal clarifications. Viewers noticed the segment disappeared from archives within hours. Yet the loudest allegation wasn't about label budgets. It was about bloodlines and a child who would reshape pop culture. Fall 2011. Beyoncé leans forward on an Australian talk show, and internet sleuths swear her baby bump folds like fabric. Conspiracy channels go neon, prosthetic belly, hidden surrogate, staged photo ops. Beyoncé's mother, Tina Knowles, calls the speculation spiteful. Still, message boards solder the timing. Blu Cantrell exits stage left in 2004. 8 years later, a child named Blue Ivy Carter arrives, welcomed by a glowing Beyoncé and a visibly relieved Jay-Z. Coincidence? Fans dissect the timeline slide by slide. Some point to hospital records sealed tighter than White House briefings. Others spot NDAs linked to delivery room staff. The theory's crown jewel is brutal. Blu Cantrell carried either Jay's child or proof of one, then was strong-armed into silence. No court filings confirm it. No DNA tests leak. Yet the rumor's half-life outlives every press release. And then came the night that rebranded Blu from rising star to unstable. August 2014, Santa Monica dispatch logs note a woman running barefoot, shrieking that, "They're pumping gas into my place." Officers escort Blu Cantrell to a hospital for evaluation. TMZ headlines declare a mental snap. Tabloids print side-by-side mugshots and outdated glamour photos, and late-night hosts relegate her to punchline status. Years later, TikTok sleuths unearth police body cam snippets. Blu's tears, manic explanations about contracts and people with keys to every room. She's released in 72 hours. Diagnosis never public, but the crazy label sticks harder than epoxy. Friends say she spent that season switching hotels weekly, convinced someone tracked her scent. Whether psychosis, paranoia, or a legit escape attempt, the incident guaranteed one thing. Any future statement she made would be filtered through that headline. Sound familiar? Because every time the same power circle is challenged, the fallout looks eerily alike. Maya dominated late 90s charts, then drifted to indie labels after rumors she overstepped boundaries with a certain rap mogul. Tierra Marie's Rockefeller debut was hyped as the new Rihanna until a whispered romance with Jay froze the rollout. Executives allegedly warned rival labels, "Sign her and lose our partnership." Even Aaliyah, a superstar in her own right, died in a plane crash weeks before Destiny's Child reached global warp speed. No evidence links that tragedy to label games, yet conspiracy boards paint the timing as fate clearing a runway. Each time, Beyoncé's brand footprint expanded. Each time, a potential rival's voice dulled. Coincidence after coincidence starts to look like choreography. Still, every script has a sequel, and 2025 just wrote the cold open. 49 now? Nursing vocal runs on Instagram Live. Blu flashes a leather-bound notebook.
Every lyric they never let me release.
Comments explode. She hints at unreleased demos featuring Ashawn, who ghosted on final mixing day. Within hours, a new generation of fans splices her live feed with old Wendy Williams footage, birthing a viral mashup titled The Two Blues, One Crown Theory. Rolling Stone's throwback list catapults Hit 'em Up style onto Gen Z playlists. Spotify shoves it beside Beyoncé's Crazy in Love, and the algorithm does the rest. Meanwhile, collector forums claim a private buyer just paid 6 figures for Blu's alleged 2003 ultrasound image. No publication has verified it, but screenshots ripple through social feeds like aftershocks. Which brings us to the fortress guarding this story: paperwork. Ask any entertainment lawyer. NDAs are wealth's favorite duct tape. Sources close to Park Avenue law firms say documents tied to Blu's old management contain 7-figure penalty clauses for public disclosure of personal relations. That alone explains her decade-long hush. Former studio engineers whisper about late-night shredding sessions, masters erased without notice. Blu's 2025 memoir pitch reportedly demands indemnity against retaliatory litigation by all Carter-affiliated entities. Publishers are interested if she can prove enough to survive court. Will she? Or will the threat of endless motions tip the scales towards silence again? Maybe Beyoncé carried Blue Ivy. Maybe she didn't. Maybe Blu Cantrell's barefoot dash was illness. Maybe it was an escape. Documents stay sealed. Lawyers stay rich, and fans keep replaying clue-filled videos at 2 a.m. Yet one fact dodges every redaction. A woman named Blu ruled the airwaves, then disappeared, and the color she branded her life with now sells out arenas on someone else's merch. Until Blu herself sings the unfiltered verse, the question lingers in backstage darkness. Was the silence voluntary? Or the cost of letting another Blu be born under brighter lights? Keep listening. The next hook might drop at any moment, and the echo never needs permission to return.